Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, let's take a peek at whatever the main message is, the main energy is for the 4th of March. And we have got the 7 of Swords along with the 5 of Wands. Somebody's thinking very heavily about the lies that they told, because the lies that they told were, he's sitting in a coffin like, okay, done, it's over. But he doesn't want it to be done and over. He's sitting upright in the coffin. He's opened it back up, and inside he's written hope and reflection. This could be a divine masculine, possibly a fire sign, or perhaps more likely an air sign, just because that was our first card. So that's going to be our strongest energy. They, maybe a masculine, acted like, oh, something's over. Yeah, I'm letting it go. And now they're like, that's not what I wanted to do at all. It's not what I meant. That is not the way I want this to go. I mean, what am I doing saying that I'm done when I don't want to be done? 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. It's like it's maybe a delayed thing that's hitting them, where they're realizing, I really miss this. I really miss her. I really miss him. All of these stories could always be same-sex couple, reverse gender roles. But there's definitely the, I feel like I'm missing the thing that I want right now. And here they are, like, again, telling themselves to move on, but they just want to keep looking back. I don't know why this person said that they could let something go. That's fine. I don't need this in my life. I'll just release it. I'll just forget all about it, when that's not what they meant. Okay. Her. They said they could release her, a Queen of Pentacles, and they just can't. But why did you say you could? Why was that your, de facto? Ace of Wands. That doesn't explain why you said that you could let her go, because that's passion and desire. We have the 3 of Cups, and it's sideways. They either told themselves it's okay, there's somebody else that I'm attracted to, or I'll be attracted to somebody else, it'll be okay. King of Pentacles. I wouldn't really have wanted to be, I'm not really the right person to be with her anyway, really, because you look like a pretty solid King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. But you're trying to say, no, I mean, I'm sure that there's somebody else that I would be every bit as attracted to or more attracted to, so I can totally let her go. Ace of Pentacles. Can I just ask what the baseline story was here? Because I'm not getting what this is, and I hope we can get there quickly. What was the scenario between this person and their Queen of Pentacles? Okay, Princess of Wands, 2 of Wands. There was always like I'm not sure if I really want to go toward the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, she's super attractive and everything, and I did make a move in her direction, but I'm not really sure. They were always on the fence between just like leaping in and going all in with her or not, which seems crazy, because it's like either I just need to do it, I just need to be with her, or like let her go. Why were you sitting at the crossroads of, I'm attracted, I just don't know what would happen with us? Here's the thing, and let me point this really important thing out. The Queen of Pentacles, in their mind, is literally a goddess. Okay, so this is from the Egyptian mythology. This is the goddess Isis, basically the goddess of all goddesses. She's married to Osiris, the god of all gods. So there's like a really powerful bond here. They thought she was spectacular. That Queen of Pentacles was like incredible, and they moved toward her, but didn't know. Like, it's almost like they were intimidated a little bit, or put her up on a pedestal, and they're like, I don't know if this would work with her. She's like really, really amazing. And honestly, either I would have to just jump on in and just go for it and let myself fall head over heels and hope that it'll all work out and that she'll love me too. Or with the 8 of Pentacles, I want to push that off to the side and say, no, she's instilling me with some insecurity, and it's making me realize I need to work on that. So I don't really want to be with her, even though I do. It really feels like they were made aware of some fears and worries that they had in themselves because of this Queen of Pentacles and the way they viewed her. So it looks like instead you decided not to go toward her, which is probably why we started with that storyline in the beginning, where they basically decided to walk away and told themselves, it's fine, I can totally walk away from her, even though that's not what they had wanted to do. The Devil sideways. Yeah. So this person, I mean, unfortunately, it does look like they were very, very, very lusty over her, but then they told themselves, it's fine, it's probably just lust anyway, and I'll find somebody else to be lusty about. But I think that was all kind of a cop-out, because in truth, it was them trying to talk themselves into, I don't need her, I don't need to be drawn to her, it'll be fine, I'll be fine without her, I can walk away from her. So that lie is not fine. That's what's coming up on the 4th. It's not fine. It's not okay. I missed out on somebody that I told myself I'd be all right without. I told myself I could move on. I'd meet somebody else, but it's not happening. So hang on. How do you feel about her on the 4th then? How do you feel about this Queen of Pentacles on the 4th? You're aware that the lie didn't work. We have the 2 of Pentacles. I said, how do they feel? And they're still kind of, they're always like juggling, or they're always waiting. You know, they get a lot of 2s. I still feel like this person has fears. Oh my God, I'm freezing cold right now. High Priestess, Page of Cups. It's weird because what has become amplified for them on the 4th is that they're thinking so much about her, but they may still feel like they have a bond to her. And it's like, I should go and I should tell her that I'm so sorry that I walked away from her like that. Only they're saying, you know I owe her an apology, and she knows I owe her an apology. What do I do? Why is it that you feel like you're still bonded to her when, you said it was over? You said you were walking away from her. I'm not sure why you think you can still feel her vibe. Okay. Because even though none of this feels like they handled this in the 3D realm with much, maybe sincerity or maturity, maybe I'll say, there was this acknowledgement right from the gate. I mean, remember when we saw her, we saw him looking at her like she is this goddess, right? And like, I want to be the King of Pentacles to her, Queen of Pentacles. It's like right out of the gate, there is a part of them that's like, that's the person I want to be married to. That's the kind of relationship I want to have. But then knowing it up here or feeling it in the 5D is not the same as also having the courage to say, and now in the 3D, I'm going to go ahead and make that happen. Because what they actually did in the 3D is basically headed for the hills. They ran and they tried to say, because they were kind of freaking out, this is exactly who I would want. But I am so not, this is intimidating, or I'm not sure that this would work. But despite all that, and because of all that, they owe her an apology for the way they actually behaved, even though they can't help it. Look, they still feel somehow as if they are married to her. We're supposed to be married to her. I know everything that they have shown has been that I'm not connected to you. Hell, I mean, they left her on purpose and said, I'm going to go intentionally try to meet somebody else. But that's not clicking, because they want her. Because from the gate, they have felt like she is like the one for them, or the one that they were supposed to be married to. Maybe this is like a past life thing where they were married to her. I don't get where all of the insecurity is in this lifetime, though. So if you're feeling all of this, I guess it's hitting like a ton of bricks today. On the 4th, it's hitting them hard that they wish that they were with her. They're obviously not with her. And there's this powerful, desire for that. But at the same time, with the the King of Wands sideways, it's like this person is, I don't know, I get the frustrated energy off of them. They kind of wish that if she knows that I want to reach out to them or reach out to her, why can't she just reach out to me? This person seems to be really still fighting. It's like they're fighting their own shadow right now. And I don't know what that's all about, but what are you going to do? Let's just ask that as simple as we can. What is it that you're going to do? Strength card, and we have a Page of Wands upright. They're going to keep feeling insecure. They're going to keep feeling like she is super powerful and I feel like a freaking page hiding in my cave. And I still want to go toward her. It's that same card. Every time they think about this, there is such an intimidation. They always think of her like this, like I'm a mere page that is attracted to this bright, goddess, this, sparkling white light. And she's really powerful and I feel really, really small. I don't know why they shrink who they are by comparison to her, but it feels like on the 4th, they're just simply still sitting in that very same energy. We have the 7 of Swords again. The lie that they can walk away from this when they're so drawn. They may do some heavy duty spying on her. We see the person like peeking out from behind the tree. We keep getting kind of the same message, the same cards, the same behavior pops up again. So they still want her and they're still lying about letting her go. And here we go again with the Page of Cups. I feel like I need to say sorry to her. Okay. With this repetitious thought process and repetitious, like, this is just where they're sitting. I'm lying through my teeth about being able to let her go because I want her and I feel intimidated by her. And at the same time, I owe her an apology for running away from her. Why do you feel you owe her an apology, though? What is it that you'd like to apologize for? 4 of Cups, for maybe confusing her, for acting one way and then doing something else, because this can be the illusion energy. 5 of Cups. If they feel like they disappointed her, they left her high and dry, but I kind of feel like this is them going bananas over her. They're the ones missing her like crazy. But it still feels like they say, I know that running away from her probably hurt her and made her feel confused and everything and left her high and dry. Okay, then character, why did you do that? Do you know the answer to that? I ask as gently as I can. Do you know the answer to that? Temperance sideways. I didn't have any balance. I get jittery when it comes to her. I don't feel balanced when it comes to her. So that's kind of why you want to run from her, but you also want to run to her and be her partner. 4 of Swords. It just keeps making them feel like either they clam up, they may have a hard time talking, they may have a hard time saying what they need to say to her. Let me ask this question. What would help you in your interaction with her? What is it that she could do that would help you? 4 of Cups sideways. Tell me that it's not too late. So that's the real thing. All of this, them running away from her kind of thing and saying it's over when that's not what they wanted at all. Now they're like doubly intimidated now, right? So you run away because you're intimidated, but now in truth you want to come back, but it's even harder it's more intimidating to say, I really wanted to come back. Can I please come back? Because now they have to face the rejection of if she says no. Ace of Swords. Yeah, I'm afraid of the truth. I'm really scared of the truth. It's almost like they wish she would just say, I'm done with you. I don't want you. And then, then they could just move on. But instead oh God, this is such a stressful day. Like the 4th, is that may the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with them, or the 4th be with them, because they seem to be struggling. Okay. Can we simplify this and just say, if your insecurity were not causing a big blockage, what do you really want to offer to her? What are you prepared to offer her right now? Queen of Cups. 10 of Wands. Okay, so if this were a perfect world and if they could get kind of out of their own way, their big thing is, I would just open up emotionally, fully. Maybe this person has been a clamshell. They would like to lay down burdens. They would like to like frolic and snuggle and spoon and open up and, like have this free flowing energy. Okay, so again, then, if that's really what you would prefer, and you want her like with you and loving you, then what is really holding you back from that the thing that you want the most? Because you're making this your own difficult day. 7 of Pentacles. Has it been too long? They think it's been too long, and since they didn't build this with her before, there's no way to go back to the beginning and maybe build it. So that's the major thing holding them back. It's not that they don't still want this. It's really, again, the fear of, I might have already missed my chance. And so if you think that you missed your chance, even though you wish you hadn't, are you prepared to just let this thing go and just be like, I'm sure that it's probably too late? Nope, because we got Ace of Pentacles there. No, I want a new beginning. Okay, so it's basically just going to be a really uncomfortable day for this person, because we saw the 7 of Swords twice, right? We see they are finally at the point where they can't live with the lie that they told themselves, which is that I can walk away and let this go, when I have to know if I can have a new beginning. I don't see them making any real action or any real move on the 4th. I just see them freaking miserable. Yeah, with the Moon, they have no idea what she thinks. She's unaware that they're out there, even though they said, oh, I think she knows because she's a high priestess. This feels more like, and maybe she has some inkling that somebody's thinking about her, but she may not know that it's them. Yeah, they're going to sit and stew on this for a while. And I think that that's good. We don't see them coming toward her right now. We see them needing to sit and stew in the discomfort of the poor choices that they've made. And I think that that's a good thing, because they have to figure out what do they really want, and then they have to go ahead and take those actions that would be right for them. And they're not ready to do it yet. So it's good that there's no movement here. It's even good that they're sitting in this place of discomfort, because they still need to sort out their thoughts. So nothing is happening yet, other than they're having one heck of a rocky day. All right, and now let me go ahead and pull a couple cards for somebody whose birthday is the 4th of March. We have got the 4 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. That 4 of Cups is the energy of, disappointment. But then we go, why deal with disappointment when instead I could deal with being single? I could take a vacation solo. Why would I? If somebody's going to disappoint a character this year, they're not going to let it stop them. They're, punching through any disillusionment and disappointments and saying, then I'll go myself. I'll take that trip solo. If I don't have somebody with me, big deal. I get to go solo. And that could turn our character's life around. So throughout this next year, anything that doesn't work out, our character changes stride and says, okay, then let me go ahead and take charge of this, and I'll do it a different way. I'll do it my way. I'll do it solo. But it's maybe really necessary for a character to like not get bogged down in any kind of disappointment, because the more they take charge of their life and live it on their terms, the more they end up with maybe a lot of what they're looking for. Stability, maybe meeting a romantic partner. Sometimes we have to go someplace single so that we're free enough to chit chat with somebody. So this could be the year that a character falls very much in love with the right person for themselves, but it's all because they didn't stew in disappointment. They said, okay, well, if one thing's not going to work, that doesn't mean I don't still get to live my best life. I'm going to rock on. And sure enough, that brings like other new opportunities for our character. So very bold character. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.